website wiki classifies that as a resistance. And it resists paralysis. It resists poison too, which is probably why the poison smoke bombs didn't work. I probably would have had to use 4 of them in order to get poison on it. But I'm very surprised that Gyros paralyzed it, considering things. It is weak to blast, that's why I was using the blast equipment. If we ever go farm Val Hazak though, I will probably make the Xenocipher Hammer from the Dragon, I think it's like Dragon Steel or something, whatever that one is, that uses metal materials for the dragon element. I like the look of the hammer, and it works well in this fight. We can also use fire against it if we chose to, but that's a long way away. Does it have 1-star resistance to KO? That's probably why you didn't knock it down as much as I was thinking you would. 4 is still a lot though. You tore Xeno a new one. You really did. I think its resistances, I'm pretty sure, are not as effective once you break a piece of their body, basically. I could be wrong about that, and I don't think there's data to support it, but I'm pretty sure if you hit something like one of these monsters in the head, whether it has stun resistance or not, if you've broken the piece that belongs to their face, chances are that the stun resistance gets dropped, and they're just going to get stunned again. So I'm pretty sure that's why you were able to do it 4 times, is because you were focused on its face so much, and you broke the horn, and then you were still focused on its face. You got 3 more stuns off. So I think that's what happened there. Again, another thing I could be wrong about, but you definitely got lucky with some of those stuns, if you think about it that way. It's weak to blast. It's weak to poison. Technically, we still need to work on that Wyvern Blade with poison on it for the RCT quest, like I mentioned. And if I ever farm this thing, I'll probably use the poison Rathian Blade for it. I am going to have to farm it for some materials at some point, because as you saw, it dropped 1 horn for me, and I just want to throttle the creators for that. But like, every single weapon for Xenocipher requires at least 2 horns. So you have to do that whole massive fight over again, make sure you absolutely break its head, and then you get like 1 horn. So you have to spend like 40 minutes for 1 piece of material. It's so frustrating, but the weapons are definitely worth it, I will say that much. So I get where they're coming from, making it such a rare material, but god is it frustrating. Oh, I guess the ecology part needed to be looked at. But yeah, that's how I feel about Xenocipher. That fight is way too long to only be able to get like 1 horn out of it. I'll go look at the equipment now. I don't think there's any that I can actually upgrade to it, but I'll show the hammer that I want to get if the game's gonna let it show up on the tree for me. Oof, my back. That is true. I find myself using a lot of the blast weapons, or like I said, the Zitsuyaku's blinding tree with the thunder element, or the Uragan's fire sword tree that evolves into the Glavenus sword. I still use my frost hammer though. The Cocytus, we haven't been able to get it upgraded that far yet, but as you can see, I was right about this. We do need Teostra carapaces, so I'm going to have to fight Teostra and Uragan, try and get that stuff. But the next level up after this sword is the Glavenus, which would be like right here. And that's the sword that I've shown my other character having on her back when we start up stream sometimes. That's the weapon she has currently equipped, because I just made it last time I did anything with her, so it's what she has equipped at the moment. We're working on this tree as well. My other character has what comes after Dazzling Flash 3, which I think is just like Blinding Something 1. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is an upgrade to its sharpness and its damage when you get to the Master Rank weapon right here. I also have this on my other character. I don't use it, but initially I made it because I was looking for a dragon weapon. I don't recommend making yourself Extermination's Edge. To me personally, the sharpness on it is garbage, so it's ultimately useless, especially for an ore tree weapon. Like I said, we're going to work on this tree, getting to the Wyvern Blade Holy. I got to hunt down some Rathians and pink Rathians and stuff. But this right here, the Wyvern Blade Holy, is what I use for the RCT quest. I use it to farm some materials too, if monsters are specifically weak to poison, and they're also weak to severing damage. I'll go for the Wyvern Blade for it. There are more upgrades to this as well. I'm still working on those on my other character. Let's see. The weapon I do have on my other character that I like for Xenojiva is the Xenocipher. Those decoration slots really come in handy. This is the only Xenojiva weapon, I guess, that doesn't need horns for the upgrade. That's surprising. I thought all of them needed horns. This one does not. But this weapon is really good for dragon and severing damage at the same time. You just go down the black steel path and get to it. Clearly we don't have anywhere near enough materials. As far as the hammer goes, we do have the Cocytus that we're working on. Yeah, I know. Oh, you can do it on player list, but you can also do it from guild card and stuff too, like that. Like I said, I'm going to try and get the freezer sacks later. Either tomorrow, Monday, or later today. I'm going to try and get those freezer sacks from Legiana so we can upgrade this hammer. And then Tuesday, hopefully I'll have this for us. This is the hammer I use to farm Teostra and Lunastra right now because I didn't have the DLC beforehand, so... Otherwise, I would probably just upgrade this to the next one after this, and then go farm them for the extra damage that it provides. I don't get these Nurgle Crusher or Obliteration Footfall things. I don't see any point in these Dragon Tree ones right here. The Dragon, or the Hammer trees that I do go down usually, what the hell is it? I usually stick to the Defender tree, the Cocytus tree, and then the Xenojiva tree down here. I love the look of this hammer. I love how much it kicks ass when I actually use it. Though I will admit Fledgling is right, it does not scale well at all. Not a lot of weapons actually scale well for Iceborne. And that's a hard truth to face when you go into Iceborne, is a lot of the weapons you're used to using, you're going to have to just upgrade. I've never actually made these workshop weapon stuff, because I stay away from Arena. Again, part of the fact that I don't play multiplayer, but I've seen a lot of people using this hammer because of the paralysis, and I have a feeling that'd probably be a good idea. So, if I ever get a chance to do stuff like that, I'll take care of it when I do. But there is one tree missing right now. Well, at least base game missing. And that's the Lunastra tree. Lunastra is another one of those I want to throttle the developers situations for the weapons because of the horn. Again, it ends up being a monster horn again. That frustrates me. But I do have the Nurgle or Nergigante version of the Lunastra Hammer. I'm hoping to get that down the road. I tend to use it now instead of the Defender Tree Hammer because of the ability that comes with it. Also, I'm just satisfied with the work I put in trying to get to it, too. So, it's nice to go and use it. But it's basically a blast hammer. The look of it, like I said, I love the look of Lunastra weapons because they are so cool looking to me. But, yeah. Hopefully we can get the Lunastra weapon sooner or later. It's gonna involve a lot of luck, probably. So, okay, technically, I don't need to prep anything right now. To be completely honest with you, this next quest that we're about to do to trigger Iceborne, you don't have to do anything. You literally don't. You just go on the quest from triggering it with the dude and walk with your handler a bunch and pick up Legiana tracks. That's literally all you do. There's no fights, there's not even Aptonoth in the map. Like, there's nothing for you to worry about in this quest at all. And to be honest, you don't get thrown into Iceborne right after either. I'm just prepping ahead of time because it's one less step for later. Me and my over-preparedness. I think when we go to end things for today, I'll show off some of the gear that I'll probably be using combinations of later on that my other character has. Just so you guys can try and get a feel of where things are going for this playthrough. Like I said, hopefully,
Ready to go?
oh, I accidentally clicked no.
Ready to go?
I wasn't expecting it to start me on the no option. But yeah. Like I said, hopefully we get the Lunastra stuff, because I really want that. It's not necessarily a need, per se, but it does help a lot to have it. At least in my case, it helps a lot to have it. But I also haven't progressed very far with Iceborne, like I said. What is it? It's Tigrex and something else that you have to fight? They kind of do the quests in batches for Iceborne. I don't remember the other one that goes with Tigrex, but that's where I'm at. I have a feeling Tigrex is not going to be a big deal for me. The other one might, though. I looked at it on the wiki, and it might be a problem for me. Oh, that's what it is. It's that weird giant thing that has acid on its hands. That's what I have to fight. I don't remember what the hell it's called, but that's what I have to fight. Oh boy. I made very specific armor builds for those situations, at least out of what I had available to me for my character.
There's a Legiana in the ancient forest, and nobody knows why.
I'm either being over-prepared or messing up entirely with those.
Follow me.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Legiana tracks.
That is ridiculous.
No mistake. It's really here. Does the forest seem
Isn't
to you today?
Fatalis like
Let's keep
one of those monsters that's more towards like Guiding Lands area
Feels
of
a
the
little
DLC
weird
and
now
stuff?
that the Elder Crossing investigation's done.
Or am I wrong about that?
It's exciting too, though. I wonder what comes next.
Like, I may not have had the DLC for long, but I know about most of it. I know there's the Guiding Lands
So
with
quiet.
that ridiculous monkey that kills people a lot and a bunch of other
What
stuff.
gives? I haven't
The
seen so much
Rajang
as a
or
bug.
whatever it's called.
Where are the birds?
There's a bunch of other stuff too.
Maybe something's got them all spooked.
Last monster I will ever fight, yeah.
Those
Kind of like
tracks
the
were
main
heading
story,
west
the
further.
last monster you ever want to fight is Double O. I'm
Wonder if the
assuming
next
that's basically the
investigation's gonna be
gist.
super long too.
But yeah.
I know I plan to stay here for at least another decade.
I want to
They
run
say the
ahead,
Elder Crossings
but we
happen once
can't
every
do
10
anything.
years,
We
right?
just have to sit here with the handler and pick up tracks. Otherwise, she's going to get
We
stuck.
can't really call our investigation complete if we don't stick around to see for ourselves. Pretty sure the First Fleet has the same idea.
I think I might have missed a footprint, honestly. It doesn't matter to me. We're just picking up footprints and following the handler for right now.
No Aptonoth either.
Like I said, there's nothing here. As you can see, the shepherd hares haven't spawned in. The stupid birds that I can never say their name right never spawned in. I think they're called blissbills or something. They're just not here. Endemic life, regular life,
Looks
it's
like
not
we're
here.
heading in the right direction.
Yeah, well that
It's
makes
gotta be
sense.
up
The faster attack, it still has higher DPS than I kind of figured that's what you were talking about too, yeah.
Plus, time to,
Honestly, the way the weapons are designed in this game, they probably couldn't have done it better if they tried. The slower weapons have more power behind them for a base, and the faster weapons have a lower base damage because of the higher DPS involved with them being fast weapons. So
guess story time will have to wait.
I am absolutely pleased with how they handled the weapons in this game. Most games, they don't do it that way. If a weapon's broken, they don't choose to fix it until everyone in the world agrees that it's broken. But yeah. When I looked at it on your character's back, it kind of looked like a, you know, like the ninja swords where they have the doubled up sword on their back. I'm like anime reference speaking right now, but basically you get the gist of what I'm talking about. That's what it looked like. That's why I thought you had dual wield swords during that fight. But I should have known you were using shield and sword. You said it, so.
Hey. Hey, do you hear that?
Oh, that's why. Okay. In my head, it kind of looked like that to me, but I was like, I don't recognize it, so like, you know. I haven't done the Witcher event, and personally, if you go about things, I have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for PS4. I've never beaten it. I've never even come close to beating it. I have the game and all the DLC. It's not something I would do for stream or anything because of trying to stick to mostly family-friendly PG-13 activity for my stream. But I do recognize the references when I see them, if I've seen them before. It didn't register in my brain. I own a lot of games that people probably wouldn't expect me to own. But I think I got The Witcher forever ago. My friend, I think, got it for me for my birthday or something. I still haven't resorted to trading it in, even though I haven't played it in ages. But I don't think I'm ever going to trade The Witcher in for store credit or another game or anything. I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out so long and helping me destroy the last couple enemies of the game. Like I said, feel free to hop on and ask to join or whatever whenever you want to. I'll work on trying to put together like a little Monster Hunter party chat thing on PSN for streaming stuff for us for next time. But after today, I won't be back until Tuesday. We are still going to go for probably about another hour or so. But after that, I'll be back on Tuesday for more Monster Hunter.
We have a serious topic to discuss.
Have fun with your D&D, though. I actually used to play D&D when it was fairly basic with my uncle. So I haven't touched that in a long time, though, so I wouldn't know anything about it. I'm not very creative or anything, so.
Gladly, sir.
From what I remember, if you like that kind of stuff, it's a lot of fun. So.
Commando?
It's not just
good.
Oh, no.
I am going to skip all of this dialogue, just like I have been.
Yes.
I really don't want to get in trouble for anything more than the stupid credits that I got stuck in.
Just like the star-guided youth of legend, we must always press on.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Good luck, everyone.
Personally, like I said, I have an issue with sticking to one thing in a game. So, I'll catch you later. And as you see, we got Master Rank 1 for entering the DLC. The Hunter rank cap has just been forcefully removed for us, thanks to starting the DLC. Technically, that would not normally happen. and I think these quests only show up that it's speaking of right here on the screen when you hit the correct hunter ranks for them. If we didn't start the DLC, the hunter rank cap would still be there. We would get beyond the blasting scales at hunter rank 20 something, and we would get the other one at hunter rank 49. They're quests specifically for high rank, or specifically for tempered monsters. As I was talking about before, the first one is 2 tempered basil geese, and the second one is a tempered Kyrene quest. We're still gonna fight that tempered Kyrene with a bow, by the way. I can't do Kyrene's fight without a bow anymore. It just makes it too easy for me. So.
Well, off you go.
Alright. Oh, we just have to speak to him and board the ship now. I'm throwing myself for a loop at the moment, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna readjust my inventory because I didn't do that before we went through that last thing that we did. But should be all set. At least I think so. Alright.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
again, the game did it to me again. Stop starting me on the no option.
Get going.
I clearly want to get on the ship. I'm talking to you to get on the ship. Stop starting me on the no option. Boy. Every time. Every friggin' time, man. Drives me nuts. It's been a while since a game's pulled that on me, but this game's done it like 2 or 3 times today. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh. I pulled my earbud out my ear again. Alright. I think I'm gonna do Pepsi for right now. I'll drink a Powerade later. I don't know if our loading screen was like this before, but when you have access to the Iceborne DLC, I think the loading screen changes to have that like aura effect down on the symbol in the middle. I haven't really been paying attention, but I don't think it was there before. I think it's part of the DLC. Loading screens still take forever with the DLC. And something I've noticed, I don't know, maybe I'm just having trouble with it, and again, I'm just being unlucky, but I feel like how you have to do quests in the game, like they load up the quest after you accept the quest before they even do a loading screen. They sit there loading the quest for you. I feel like the time is longer on Iceborne quests. Also, if you do a low rank or a high rank quest, accepting like the whole process of it, if you do that while in Celiana, the low rank and high rank quests seem to take forever as well. And I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe it's a DLC thing, maybe it's the PS4 being the PS4. I'm not really sure.
They're outside.
But whatever the case is, for some reason, those weird innate loading times for quests and stuff seem to get worse involving DLC things or the DLC city.
The wind was blowing toward the northwest that day, so
I don't know.
hey.
Prepared?
It just seems to be how it's going.
A fair wind, just like the Fifth's banner. Luck's on our side.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started.
Okay, I was being quiet there for a second. This cutscene looks so different from the first time around. Maybe I wasn't paying attention during the first part of it, but the cutscene looks entirely different to me right now. And clearly, our outfit change to the handler has made some things a little awkward during this cutscene as well. She's supposed to be looking through her goggles right now, and she does not have them. Yeah, no, that's the case. I was gonna say either it's changed the cutscene from the last time I watched it, or I wasn't paying attention to the first part. I think when I watched this the first time around, I started paying attention here, where the ship ends up taking a hit there, and everything rocks around. Because I don't remember the first part.
The currents are getting
I just
worse.
don't.
Hold on tight.
Yeah. Partner, I'm all right. But more importantly, look, an island.
This is kind of like a mini spoiler,
Wait,
but
that is no island.
during the
You're
DLC, our handler actually leaves us for a little bit, and it kind of makes me sad when she leaves. She's an integral part of the team for the majority of the game, like
We must
pretty much
regroup.
all of it.
You two inside.
And her going away for like a matter of like
Let's go. Lead the way.
2 to 4 quests kind of is a little sad, honestly. I don't mind the serious handler. She's kind of cool in her own way,
We'll find a
but
place for the ship to land.
I definitely prefer the original handler that you get in the game. She's a lot better in my opinion.
See you later.
Oh, wow.
She's a lot better. I think we might have to hunt the Beatotus. I'm not sure if we actually have to hunt it, but I think we have to hunt the Beatotus here. I have mentioned previously that we get a new Piscine Wyvern with the DLC. It is actually the first monster that you get to fight. I forgot to eat. No, it's a good thing I brought an ancient potion.
Whoa. Look at all this snow. And it's freezing.
Okay.
We can't stay out in this cold.
There's a little bit of walking, and then we get introduced to gear
Let's
that
set
I
up camp
use on the
before we freeze
constant
to
on the
death.
other character.
We can change into something warmer. while we're
Technically,
at it.
there's another way
Let's
to go
land there
about
and procure
getting
some cold weather gear for us.
what is it? Layered armor. As you can see, we obtained the Direwolf layered armor set. Bunch of stuff to do with it. Basically, it's winter gear.
Better.
And
It's still so
it looks
cold.
good on the male character too, I guess.
This place
Damn,
is something else.
was not expecting
Let's
it to
start
work that
looking
well.
for a good spot to land the airship.
But literally every outfit I make for my other character has the Direwolf outfit on it. You can't eat
Ground's
during this
uneven here.
quest,
Watch your
so I'm gonna take a ancient potion
Watch
because
your
I forgot to
step.
eat before going into this. This weather will reduce your stamina and actually cause damage to your stamina cap faster if you don't drink hot drinks
We
in
can
it.
make a hot drink out of these peppers to beat the cold.
Oh, hold on. Before we go any further, I have the wrong pods.
Looks like
I
it
have the
opens
wrong
up
pods
ahead.
equipped. Let me in the tent. I'm dumb. It's okay. I'm just dumb right now.
Let's slip through here.
Anyways, for this quest we need screamer pods. I will probably use the screamer pods wrong. I'm saying that flat out right now. I tend to use them wrong against Beatotus. I've gotten it a couple times with them, but most of the time this thing kind of just throws me off. Crap. I need to check my Palico's gear. I'm being super dumb right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, I need to change weapons for my Palico to the blast weapon for the time being. I don't think I have. Oh, it's just giving it the winter gear. That's fine. I was gonna say I wanted to go for ice resistance, but it technically has its little winter outfit of its own. So I'm gonna stick with the Molotov cocktail for now. We're gonna end up using the Shield Spire a lot during the DLC, but for Beatotus, I use the Molotov cocktail. It's additional blast damage, just like anything else, and helps out quite a bit. Beatotus is basically a giant ice fish. That's all it is. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't looked at its weaknesses and stuff very much, but I know for a fact it has a 3-star weakness to blast. It probably has a 3-star weakness to fire as well. So either one and you're good to go, but like I said, the game intends for you to enter Iceborne using the defender weapons. That's why they've provided them to you. If you don't choose to do things that way, it's completely and utterly your choice. You also don't have to kill these little dudes or big dudes. I'm gonna do it because they drop some material that I want to get. These are called popos. Oh, I didn't get the material. Oh, I really didn't get the material. I'm sorry, Popo. That one dropped raw meat. They drop a specific material that I want to get. I don't even know if I need it, really. I just want to get it. There's a beetle right there that's taking the place of bomb beetles and dung beetles and stuff. Man, unlucky. I'm not going to worry about capturing that thing right now. I'm going to grab this gloam grass bud, though. This is what we need to make that dust of life item. We need the gloam grass bud and god bugs.
Those tracks look like fin marks. I remember seeing ones just like it in the New
English
World.
issues today. Alright.
Definitely large monster tracks.
We can get this right here. It's the new special question mark resource. You get Exquisite, Butterbur, and Young Butterbur. There's going to be a quest to come collect some of those, and good God, is that quest annoying for me. It doesn't really do things the way I had intended. It takes me forever to finish that one for some reason. I think the spawn rate of them is weird. This is the snow herb area. It's just a dead end. I'm kind of exploring a little bit right now. I shouldn't be, but wow, 3 for 3 there. Holy shit. Okay, so that right there was 3 of the new materials. I think it was Gracium, Elitite ore, and Meldspar, I think is the 3rd one. They are all new mining materials that are going to show up in Master Rank. This is the other resource plant that's special. It gives Ice Bloom and whatever else it said. I didn't see the name before the Ice Bloom part popped up. This is just like one of those first expeditions. She's going to keep calling to us because the game thinks we're being dumb right now. But there are thick bones and frozen bones that we can get. Let's see. For all I know, I'm headed straight for a dead end right now. Oh, there's these little dudes. These are endemic life creatures. I don't remember what they're called, but they're little penguin dudes that you can catch. Yeah, we went into a dead end. We can't go that way yet, but figured I'd show this little place off real quick since I found it. Alright, let's backtrack. There's bomb berries and blast nut and dragon strike nut in here if you're using light or heavy bowgun. So if you need some of those, that's where they spawn right now. Let's see. I think there's only like 2 places I can go right now. Maybe 3. and they all involve areas with just the
I'll be waiting
Beatotus
right
pretty
here.
much. So there's another butterbur thing right there. Some more glum grass. I think I've only seen like 2 spawn points for that while playing around with things. There's some hot peppers around, just like the chill mushroom. They turn immediately into the drink that corresponds with them. Eventually we'll have too many hot peppers and I won't really care an awful lot. I was right though, the armor doesn't look half bad on a male character either. It's just layered armor, it doesn't have really any effect, it's cosmetic basically,
I think we found our
but
first tracks.
I like the look of it. I think unlocking this layered armor that we're in right now also unlocks the capability at the smithy to make the brigade armor. If I remember correctly, the brigade armor for the male character is really cool looking. Unfortunately for the female, that is not the case. It looks really dumb on the female. But
A popo?
you can't really do anything about that. Our character still doesn't really get a voice, but at least not that I've noticed. But I do like that there's more interaction between your character and the player going into the DLC. Like that whole whistle thing that happened. Nothing really like that happens too much during the base game. I mean, there's parts where you protect your handler regardless, but
I'll look around for
as far as
landing site.
communication goes
You're
between
here,
you
partner.
and your handler, that's not the case.
According to my notes, this monster is called Beatotus.
We should be just fine since I equipped the blast weapon on my Palico, blast weapon on me, and Molotov cocktail as well. We just gotta start breaking some of this ice off of him, and then he's gonna be a giant pushover just like Beatotus. I want to be able to show off Screamer Pod on him, but like I said, I'm not very good at getting the Screamer Pods to work correctly on him, so I might not be able to do that. Also, last time I was at this part, I also ended up having the Temporal Mantle on me. I forgot to grab null berries, it's fine.
If you can break its leg fins,
Every time you break the ice on it, it tends to do like 300 damage, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. That's a lot of damage to be doing just for breaking the ice material off of it. These little dudes are the new Wyvern type thing. You can get materials off of them and make an outfit off of part of them and stuff.
Beatotus is weak point
Yeah,
is its
there we
legs.
go.
Now's the time to attack them.
I actually successfully did the Screamer Pod. I'm proud of myself. So I usually mess that up. Oh my god, stop yelling. He just covered the bird in snow too. Stop yelling, Beatotus. Oh, the hell just did that? Alright, well. Whatever works, I guess. Holy crap. I don't know what's happening, but my Vitality Mantle is still working just fine right now.
If you can break its leg fins, you might be able to avoid ice flight.
Okay, so I went for the Screamer Pod there, but the game's really picky sometimes about that, so it didn't work out. I just accidentally used that menu. I don't like that menu. I'm happy it worked, but I really don't like that menu.
Taking a dip in the hot spring will warm your core, making you invulnerable to the climate's harsh effects. It has healing properties too.
The Ice-Proof Mantle will protect you from the Ice Blade, just like it does with, what's his nuts? Legiana. unfortunately, it has no protection against damage, ice or otherwise. It just protects you against the blight. I think I totally just wasted that Screamer Pod.
That's the perfect time to use a Screamer Pod.
She will try and tell us about how to use the Screamer Pods. I know she doesn't give you a tutorial against Diablos, but I feel like she should give you a tutorial when you go up against Diablos since they introduced Screamer Pods there. Unfortunately, that's not how Monster Hunter handled things. It's just difficult for me with Screamer Pods with this guy. Normally I don't even use them, but I wanted to show him off some fair thing. Alright, Vital Lily. I don't think I've had much chance to use those things either. We've played pretty much the entire game, and I don't think I showed off Vital Lilies more than maybe one time. And that was just because they were convenient. Like that time there. I don't know. Anyways. Caught up to him. Basically, right now, for this area of the Hoarfrost region, doesn't really have a name yet, but it will soon. We have access to the area where we found him, and had that cutscene. We have access to this area, and we have access to his nest, which is down to the right over here. I haven't been there yet. It's like the one place I didn't go. I really wish I had the Temporal Mantle. It would help me out so much right now. I think to get the Temporal Mantle, though, we're gonna have to go do Lunastra stuff.
When Beotodus is fully submerged in the snow,
I waited too long.
that's the perfect time to use a Screamer Pod.
I was gonna use the Screamer Pod, but like I said, I fucked up now. That's all I'm doing. I did manage to break his horn during that little attack I just did. It doesn't really do anything special other than break his horn. It might drop materials if you do it that way.
Perfect time for a nice hot drink.
Yeah, we really need to do that, otherwise our stamina is going to drop ridiculously fast. Where the hell did they go? Okay. I'm going to take the Iceproof Mantle off here in a second too. I don't know if it ran out, but it looks like it did. Alright, so... Oh god, he's here. Well, I remembered his name as soon as he showed up on my screen. It's a Bonbaro. That was abrupt and rude, but we'll just leave things to Beotodus. We're gonna have to fight a tempered version of that Bonbaro. Same with Beotodus. Beotodus is just a pushover though. Bonbaro, it's one of those new monsters that I sit here and I question what they were thinking when they made it. It just wrecks my shit every time I fight it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, no, I'm not messing with you, Bonbaro. Not right now. I don't even have my Vitality Mantle ready. Let's not and say we did. He hits way too hard for me to even go near touching that right now. Normally I wouldn't mind, but until I get better armor, I'm staying away from that. Unless I absolutely gotta do it. Oh, he just left anyway. He yelled at me just so he could put below town. Alright. What the hell's wrong with Beotodus? It's just leaving again. I'm so confused. Come back. Fight me, fish. I was gonna say fight me like a man, but it's a fish, so I don't know. Can you? Oh, it's going for a snap. I'll save you, Popo. Never mind, I failed. I'm sorry, Popo. I tried. I wanted to save the Popo. The hammer's too slow to do that though. I would have needed to make it stagger, and I couldn't make it stagger. I think I've broke pretty much every single piece of him right now, except maybe his back fin, or not his back fin, but his tail fin. I know I broke the ice off of it, but I don't think I actually, like, broke it, so I'm very unsure about that. He hasn't been able to hit me with Ice Blade, though, so I think I might have broke his life things like she was telling us to do. Yeah, I deserve that one. It looked like there was 2 materials there, but he needs to move in order for me to actually see if there was. No, there's only 1 material. Okay, well, you'll see on the right-hand side there for a second. It just went away. But we got a cryo sack. And apparently I just broke another piece that wasn't broken already. Alright, well, whatever. Works for you, man. Again, another monster that hiding underneath him is the most